Rotary, it is against the rules of Rotary to endorse a candidate for office. So it's a $20 fine. So I see that there's a candidate out here. We're going to see where that goes. I really like that candidate. I have a pocket full of 20s. So we're going to talk about that later. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if Arturo can put it out, but at the end, we're going to put our calendar out of upcoming events so everybody knows. So we've got the Houston Polo Club season kicking off in September. Obviously, August 5th, we've got Dan Crenshaw right here in person. Then in September, we have Jim Bridenstine, the director of NASA for Washington, D.C., a good friend of Walt Cunningham's. Walt's going to be on the stage with us. So we've got a lot of star power here today. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So just enjoy your lunch, and we'll be back to you in just a few minutes. Thank you. And he can do that for your company too. Love that guy. All right, now as the tradition in Rotary, we ring the Rotary bell announcing our meeting is beginning, so we all stand up and face the stage, and we'll have our prayer and our pledge. So if you all please stand. Please bow your heads and silence your cell phones. Prayer today is as powerful a force in our nation as it has ever been. We as a nation should never forget this source of strength, and while recognizing that the freedom to choose a godly path is the essence of liberty, as a nation we cannot but hope that as more citizens of ours, through prayer, would come into closer relationship with their Maker. I ask all who believe to join with me in giving thanks for the blessings and forgiveness His presence gives us. Let us as Rotarians and Americans join together today, fully aware of the trials that lie ahead and the need, yes, the necessity for divine guidance. With faith in and liberty, which is our heritage, we as a free nation will surely survive and prosper. Thus, in one accord, we join in Rotary Fellowship and ask for God's help to strengthen our commitment to service above self. Amen. And Dr. Nick Giannoni, if you would lead us in the four-way test.
Please all join me in the Rotary four-way test. In everything we think, say, or do, first, is it true? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. And for this club and many others, the unofficial fifth, is it fun?
Is it fun? All right, and to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, our good friend and member, founder of Texas Echo Search, Tim.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. I want to take a minute to just introduce the head table. To my left, to your right, Dr. Nick Giannoni. He's our club sponsor, past district governor. Perry Turner, who is, we'll make it official tomorrow. But Perry Turner is going to be, he's the head of the FBI Special Agent Charge. He's going to be our newest member of the downtown Rotary. Tim Miller, as we met before, we're going to talk more about Tim. Myself, of course, and then Brandon Kamak. He's our newly elected vice president of the downtown Rotary Public Commission. Congratulations. And Bryce Canvas, he's our newly elected president-elect of the downtown Rotary Public Commission. And then Scott Grady, our fearless leader for this next Rotary year. He's our official governor, and we look forward to having him. And then, of course, Larry Smith, who's going to be sworn in as our new president just in a few minutes. Just had take a little my little prerogative right now to welcome our new governor with a little song that we have, and I think Arturo, you know what that is. So we'll just play it just a few seconds, but I think it gives you the mood. We just want to make Scott Grady home, and we'll play this little song for him. You know which one? Oklahoma. Okay. All right. Scott said, you know, it's hard to be humble when you're a Sooner, but that's we love you, and welcome to this club, and give us good grades now from now on. We're all good.
Top of the list.
All right, now I want to introduce the Sergeant Arms will have a microphone, and they're going to introduce any guests or visitors, non-Rotarian members today. Please stand up.
My name is Sandra Wilder, and I'm your guest today. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Sandra. Sandra has an interesting machine called a Beamer. She's going to tell us about that. She's going to be a future member of this club, so we're excited.
Well, let me just add, it's not the car.
No, it's
a
not the
medical
car.
device.
No.
Hello, my name is Emily Hunt. I'm a guest today. Pleasure to be here. Michael Leslie Hunt, running for Congress.
Absolutely. And as we said,
Hey, Jim Dope, I'm a guest here today, Leslie Hunt, who's a member, and I'm his campaign manager. Thank you.
he's Wesley's campaign coordinator. And the sheriff.
Sunday years ago, Missouri County Sheriff's Office. I was here at the last meeting with Mr. Miller, but he wasn't.
That's right. That was our surprise.
Surprise.
We were going to surprise Tim last meeting. He surprised us.
Hi, I'm Reggie Gray, President of Houston Intercontinental Chamber of Commerce. I have a guest from Brooks Fallon today. He actually sits on our board of directors, and I'm also here to support my good friend, Mr. Perry Turner with the FBI.
Thank you.
Role, right? We're good now. Got a community service.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. And thank you.
Well, I'm Michael Riddle, I'm a guest of Carl McCutcheon today, and I'm in the stem cells and tissue engineering.
And a lot more. And a lot more. And Carl's he's going to be a future member of this club too, so this is really good. Now, as you know, what I said about endorsing people, obviously we have a candidate here for Congress. cards, and I just give my wallet to Billy right now. Anyway, he's my guy. So anyone that's that is in the our 7th district, Wesley Hunt is our candidate. So just here's my wallet. So, he's a strong member of our club and a great American. Flew the gunships. I'm a little older than he is, so I was in Vietnam, so it's another world later. But I appreciate you all, and appreciate you for your wife, Isabel. Thank you for being here. Okay, are there any visiting Rotarians here today? Okay, other than our governor, which we're going to introduce him in a minute. Okay, good. Thank you very much for that. I wanted to ask, since Tom didn't make it, I want to ask David, would you mind talking about our donations for the food bank challenge?
We all know that our whole country, the whole world has really been hit hard by the pandemic that's going around. In Houston, our food bank has been decimated. Their demand has gone up so many times over what they normally do. It's like, I can't even tell you the magnitude. It's enormous demand. And their funds are tight. We have an angel sponsor that has said that they would match up to $10,000 with the Rotary Club of Houston. Any dollars that we raise up to $10,000, they'll match. If we do this, we can feed 60,000 meals in Houston, Texas. And believe me, the demand is there. So get out your wallets, get out the cash, checks, credit cards. We'll figure out a way to take your money. It's all the donations, tax deductible. So please be generous. There's a lot of hungry people in a city like Houston, and that should never be. Thank you.
David?
Yes.
Can you send out the link to the website, because you can do it online if you have the link?
We'll get that done. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, just to be clear right now, when you're exiting, if you want to make a donation, please just leave your business card with Debbie on the way out so we don't miss you, because I know we've done surveys, only 40% of emails are even read. So if you don't mind doing that, we'd like to donate, because I know there were some last month also. So really appreciate that, David. Thank you. I want to invite to the stage now Perry Turner, the FBI Special Agent in charge. We're going to have a comment about Tim Miller and that billboard for Tim Miller. Perry, I'm sorry. Perry Turner, Special Agent in charge, FBI.
Thank you, Rick, and the Downtown Houston Rotary Club. A couple weeks ago, when I came here to speak to you, I talked about how the FBI can't be an effective organization without robust partnerships, especially from the communities that we serve. And I think already we've seen 2 examples of that. You know, we have a Citizens Academy event that we host every year, and we have 2 alumni in the audience, Dot and Reggie. You guys, please stand and wave your hand. And also, each year, each FBI field office nominates an individual or organization to receive the Director's Community Leadership Award. This year, Houston FBI field office proudly nominated Tim Miller and Texas Tech Search to receive this year's Director's Community Leadership Award. There are several criteria for an individual or organization to receive this prestigious award, and I'll give you a few examples of what the criteria is. A strong participatory involvement and dedication to the furtherance of terrorism, crime, drug, gang, or violence prevention, direct involvement which executes success in terrorism, crime, drug, gang, or violence prevention, education programs, which impact the community, exemplifies strong contributions as a worker in local, state, or national parent organizations who seek to inform the public about terrorism, crime, drugs, gangs, or violence prevention. And lastly, voluntary achievement that display notable contributions in working with the youth, the community, law enforcement, or business in terrorism, crime, drug, gang, or violence prevention, and education. And I'll give you a brief background as to how TIM received this recognition. Since their inception, Mr. Tim Miller and Texas EpiSearch has worked closely with the FBI, assisting in the search of missing and abducted persons when requested by law enforcement. Texas EpiSearch has conducted more than 1,800 searches in 42 states, in the United States and also abroad. To date, they have recovered over 400 missing persons and returned them safely to their families. They have also recovered the remains of nearly 300 missing individuals. Some recent cases here in the Houston FBI territory, our responsibility are worth noting. In 2016, Texas EpiSearch provided substantial assistance in 2 high-profile serial killer FBI cases. The FBI received information that a young girl was missing since 1997, was buried in a field in Houston, and a second missing young girl from Denton, Texas, was buried in a field in rural Missouri County. Mr. Miller acquired and personally operated backhoes, bulldozers, and other heavy machinery digging in a large field for the remains of both girls. After several weeks of digging, the remains of Jessica Kane and Kelly Cox were located. Criminal charges were filed on both cases. In June 2019, Chris Reed, Chief of Police for the Kingwood Police Department, fell overboard in a boating accident. Mr. Miller was called by law enforcement to assist in the search of Chief Reed. After staying on the water in the boat for almost 3 days, Mr. Miller located the body of Chief Reed using his sonar equipment. It is my honor and my privilege to present the FBI Houston's Field Office Director's Community Leadership Award to Mr. Tim Miller and Texas EpiSearch.
Tim Miller, member of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. He has received the 2019 FBI Director's Community Leadership Award and has brought honor to the United States, Texas, Houston, and the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston and himself for his tireless search for missing persons all over the world. As an expression of appreciation by the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, the entire membership, we extend our Downtown Rotary Club of Houston President's recognition. We hereby present the certificate of honor dated today, Richard Slaymaker, Terry Anderson, Secretary. Congratulations. And one more, I wish David Hill would come up here with me. This next award is, in our club, is very, very important. It's rare that a person receives this award. Last year's recipient was David Hale. David was our Rotarian of the Year. Our Rotarian of the Year, the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, is hereby presented to Timothy Allen Miller in recognition of dedicated service and loyal devotion to the ideals of Rotary. Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, 2019-2020. Congratulations.
Oh, you know, I don't have words. I really don't. I'm choked up, teared up right now. Very humbled. I didn't choose Texas Animal Surgeon, chose me. You know, at one time I was fairly successful in construction business, and I had some goals, as all of us do, and unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know how we look at it, that day came when, you know, my own daughter Laura disappeared and was abducted, murdered, and I remember every minute of that 17 months before the body was found, of the helplessness, the hopelessness, the loneliness, the fear. And after Laura's body was found, I made a promise to God, Laura, I'd never leave the family alone. God had different plans for Tim Miller, and I really didn't like them. Unfortunately, we stayed busier today than we want to stay. Of course, we're very involved with little Vanessa at Fort Hood and found her little body. And, you know, we're living in troubled times. I want to attend more Rotary Club meetings, and every time it seems like we have one. I'm in Florida, or I'm in Ohio, or I'm somewhere. For the support and the love that y'all give me. I tell everybody, don't thank me, thank Laura. If she was still alive, I wouldn't be doing this. But again, God had different plans, and I'm very humbled, I'm very honored. Thank you is not the right word, but it's the only one I know today, so thank you all.
We have the awards billboard. I want to ask all current board members and officers that are present to stand over on this side of the stage with Billy Bray and Taylor Whitehofer. We're going to start this is the current board members and officers. And yes, sir. Your current. Our Scott Rainey, our downtown, our District 5890 governor, is going to install the officers and board members. Scott?
Well, it's a privilege to be here today, not just because you played Boomer Sooner, Rick, but, you know, my day could have got started much better without that, so thank you. But, you know, Tim, you said it, odd things create opportunity, right? And Rotary opens opportunities. Ordinary people see problems and issues as a negative, but not Rotarians. We see these as opportunities to serve hungry, thirsty children, schools with no toilets or other sanitation facilities, women with no maternal help. These are sad and dire situations. However, they provide Rotarians with a doorway, a path to service. In District 5890, we serve like a champion today and every day. Now, Rotary International President Holger Knack said, Rotary isn't just a club for people to join, but rather an invitation to endless opportunity. He emphasized that Rotary creates pathways for the members to improve their lives and for the lives of those they help through service projects. He went on to say, we believe that our acts of service, big and small, create opportunities for people who need our help. Rotary creates leadership opportunities and gives members the chance to travel the world and put their service ideas into action and make lifelong connections. He finished up by saying, everything we do opens an opportunity for someone somewhere. Today, Rotary is an awesome organization. Rotary members are not just regular, ordinary folks. Rotary members are extraordinary people of action. Now, each year, the leadership rotates. However, the foundation and the core of Rotary remains steadfast through you, the members. Today, we're gathered to celebrate a job well done by the current leadership and also install the next group of leaders or seekers of opportunity and pledge our support of service above self to these great individuals and to the great downtown Rotary Club of Houston. Rotary clubs are self-directed and have the latitude to endeavor to accomplish whatever their imagination allows. We have guidance from Rotary International, and we have, as a collective group, in over 200 countries around the globe, making Mother Earth just a little better every day. We're committed to serving humanity with high ethical standards and to advance goodwill and peace around the world. We're non-political, non-sectarian, and open to all regardless of race, color, creed, religion, and gender. We gather to share a meal and fellowship and information. We develop lifelong friendships that are the foundation to enhance our ability to reach those in need. The club members select their leaders, the officers and directors each year. The club members entrust these leaders not only to conduct the business of the club, however, to be examples of the four-way test and to stand and be bold for Rotary action in your community and abroad. The Downtown Rotary Club of Houston has become a leader in our community in its first 2 years as a club. Your club members strive to better and enlarge your humanitarian footprint. You're now creating your legacy projects. It's exciting when you see that film up there. Apparently you have to have a horse to be a part of this club. But, you know, the things that I see that you guys are doing. You know, a few weeks ago, I was watching the news, and in between COVID, some kids were standing there holding a check from the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. Now, these were kids that benefited from your free camp enterprise, or your free enterprise camp. And I look and I wonder, going forward, how many young students, how many people are going to become an entrepreneur and better their lives, better their families, because of the seeds that this club has planted with those kids, those young people at this early stage. I was so excited to see that. Now, let's move on to, so if you're a current director or officer, please stand if you're a current officer. So we want to thank you guys for your service this past year and everything that you've done. And I'd like to ask current President Rick, please come up here now, Rick. So Rick, I don't know which one we got here. No, we don't have the theme banner, but the theme banner from Rotary International this past year was Rotary Connects the World, right? What do you think that meant when you were standing here last year? How are you going to connect with the world?
We're just going to create a world-class club. We're going to do world-class projects. We've done. Endorse everything that we have to do with Rotary and Rotary International, connect that with the club, what we've done in polio now, getting our brand on television, in the media, and doing the social work that we've done through Salvation Army, giving back to the homeless, etc. So, Scott, it's the greatest honor we could have.
But did you think you were going to like shake people's hands and do that kind of stuff? Be right there. You're going to see people. And then all of a sudden, what happened? We had COVID. And we had to change, didn't we? Now we're connecting through this camera right here. We're connecting in many different ways. We're wearing masks. We're doing things that are different. We're adapting to the current circumstances. And I want to applaud you, Rick, for your leadership and bringing your club through this time. President Rick, as immediate past president, you're automatically a member of the board of directors. You're now on the threshold of passing the mantle of leadership to President-elect Larry. We all recognize the value of your knowledge and experience in the affairs of Rotary and of your club. You become a resource for these new leaders. Now, I'm going to warn you, you've got to resist the temptation of past district governors, except for Dr. Nick. He's an exception. But several past district governors tend to want to talk too much and have a false sense of importance. And I'm warning you now, gather yourself back from that type of activity. You should be ready to provide counsel and advice to your presidents based on the experience you have gained. Your insight is key to the continued success of this club. If you agree to this obligation and privilege, please say I do.
I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and once again honor now past President Rick Slavin. So right now, I guess maybe we'll just step forward. The directors, Jamie Rochelle Salina. Is that what I say right?
Michelle's not here.
Not here. Never mind. David Thomas Hale and William Knowles Bray. I gotta tell you about Billy. I actually kind of hate him because on Facebook, he like cooks his food and he puts pictures of his food on Facebook that are so good. I'm sitting at home eating a frozen burrito. But I love you, Billy.
I would like to do this inside.
Man, you just
Now that I know that you hate me.
So we have a gentleman here. Gentlemen, as a director of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, your execution of the vision of this club is paramount in the performance of your duties. You must understand the object of Rotary, the four-way test, the constitution and the bylaws of your club, so that you may govern your club and further enhance this club as a vibrant and effective organization. Your job is to support your president and to challenge him to reach even greater heights. If you agree to this charge and responsibilities, please so acknowledge your agreement by repeating this oath. I state your name. You accept and understand the charges of the office of director to which I'm elected and will work with diligence for the betterment of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. Congratulations. Thank you for your again. So now we're looking at Sergeant at Arms, Taylor Wadoff. Wadoff, apologize for that. So please, you're stepping forward already. That's what Sergeant at Arms do. They're bold. They come out. I like that. Good for you. So, Taylor, as Sergeant at Arms, your responsibility is to preserve order in the meetings and to execute the commands of the President. You're a close aide to the President and must ensure that the club meetings and board meetings are conducted with the proper decorum and respect for all concerned. If you accept this charge, please confirm your agreement by repeating this oath. I, Taylor Wayne, nasty outside. I'm a Sooner, to forgive me. Thank you. Do you accept and understand the charges of the Sergeant at Arms position to which I'm elected and will work with diligence for the betterment of Houston. Congratulations. And Treasurer Tom F. Butler. Tom? Okay. We'll skip Tom. And is Secretary Terry? Not here. See that? Rick, we're ahead of schedule. All right. Vice President and nominee Brandon Raymond Kamen. So, Brandon, as Vice President and President nominee, your responsibility is to assist and execute the commands of the President. You're a close aide to the President and the President-elect. You would take this year to ensure that your complete understanding of the operations of the club, including the jobs of Secretary and Treasurer. You will attend PETS, which is President-elect's Training Seminar, February 25th through the 28th, 2021, to further understanding your understanding of Rotary and its best practices as the President nominee. If you accept this charge, please confirm your agreement by repeating this oath. I, Brandon Raymond Kamen. You accept and understand the charges of the President nominee position to which I'm elected and will work with diligence for the betterment of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. Congratulations. Now, President-elect Bryce Michael Campus. Sounds 1 out of 12. That's not bad. So, Bryce, as President-elect, you're charged to serve on the board of directors and prepare yourself for the coming year as president, all the while being supporting of the current president and his agenda. You will stand by ready to fill in for the president if he is not able to attend a meeting or other event. You're required also to attend PETS, the President-elect's Training Seminar, February 25th through the 28th, 2021. You will also agree to attend and have other members of your club attend the district training events during the year to continue the education and strengthening of your club leadership team. You will read and understand the club's constitution and bylaws, the Rotary Manual of Procedure, so that you may execute the upcoming duties with compliance and accuracy. If you accept this charge, please confirm your agreement by repeating this oath. I, Bryce Michael Campus.
I, Bryce Michael Campus.
Do accept and understand.
Do accept and understand.
The charges of the President-elect position.
The charges of the President-elect position.
To which I'm elected.
To which I am elected.
And will work with diligence.
And will work with diligence.
For the betterment of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston.
For the betterment of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston.
Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, good. Come over here. Mr. Barr, look at that. I want to get a good look at you.
Oh, man.
This is pretty exciting for me. I think, Larry, it's great to see you standing right here and standing in front of this great group of people and this great club. Because you, Larry, you've not only been elected by your club, however, you've been honored by your club to be president for the year 2020, 2021. The duties of the president are critical to the club's performance and achievements. You have the standard duties to preside at the meetings of the club and the board of directors and to serve the needs of your members. However, Larry, the larger task, the one that the membership has entrusted the club into your hands, is to lead. You have the opportunity to share your passion, your desire, your drive, and enthusiasm to this club and be their leader in the pursuit of service to your community and abroad. Your servant heart will be in unison with the members of your club. You will ensure that it is the truth. It is fair to all concerned. It will build better goodwill and better friendships, and it will be beneficial to all concerned. You have completed all the required training. You have prepared your plans for the coming year. I now charge you to lead this club only in those actions which exemplify the highest standards and principles of Rotary. That you conduct the affairs of the club in accordance with the Constitution and bylaws of both Rotary International and the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. And you strive to make our theme, Rotary opens opportunities, the heart and soul of this club. Therefore, if you accept this charge, please so confirm by repeating this oath. I, Larry J. Smith, do solemnly pledge that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. And this I will do to the best of my ability. Support the District Governor and Rotary International. And that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of this club. Thank you. At this time, I'd like all the members of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, please stand. Remember that part, the district governor?
Yeah.
So, you, the members of the Rotary Club, the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, you have witnessed the installation of the officers and directors you have selected and elected to lead your club in the year ahead. You have heard the pledges they have made. In response thereto, you now, individually and collectively, agree to support and sustain them in their work so that the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston may truly exemplify the highest standards of service above self. If you do so agree, please signify by saying, I do.
I do.
Thank you, you may be seated. Larry, would you come up, please, and let's pin you up, man. Let's go back to the president. So it looks like, we do. This is exciting. Where are both one on the go? How it works. So, thank you. Now, by the authority vested in me by Rotary National and the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston as the installing officer, I now declare the officers and directors of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston as duly installed. Go and serve like a champion today. Please all rise and recognize your officers. Directors and presidents. I didn't know I was also going to get this little opportunity, but I'm going to introduce Larry. You can sit, please. So, this is a quote. I'm excited to take on the challenges of making a new club into the standard bearer for the district. Lots of work, lots of fun. That's Larry's quote. Now, you know, Larry's got a distinguished career as a financial planner. 47 years, right? I mean, these two guys over here, were you even around 47 years? How exciting is that? And he claims that 30 of those years are in Houston, so he thinks he's qualified now as a Texan. Good for you. But you know, Larry, as I've gotten to know Larry and Marcia, I realize that's great, your career achievements. But I've seen things in Larry as a person, as a man, that have been much more impressive to me. You know, I've learned recently that, you know, he and Marcia have been married 47 years also. You've got 3 sons, 7 grandchildren. What a blessing that is. I'm a grandfather. Grandkids are the greatest thing to happen to you. But you know, what you've done though, your servant heart is evident. You've done stuff that besides your career, besides your family. You know, you're the only ever chair here of this club's free enterprise game. You've been in it forever, haven't you? As long as it's existed. But you've also started another charity that's now being moved into what looks like to become a whole national charity. But what happens is, in the spirit of service above self, I guess you guys probably know this, Larry put off an important event in his life to be president of this club. That's to take his vote on the Great Loop, which I did Google, and I now know what the Great Loop is. It's a very cool thing. So you guys are proud and have a special honor to have Larry as your president. I'd like to introduce him to you as the first time as club president. I'd like to ask us all, let's join together with Larry, making the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston the standard bearer for District 5890. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your president, Larry Smith.
I can't believe I just shook his hand. I'm going to have to go get some stuff. Get rid of all of that. Dip it in my water. Right, perfect. Well, first I want to say to District Governor Scott and past District Governor Nick, I want to thank both of them for being here today and participating in this event. And also for all the support that they've given us in the past. Both have been instrumental in our formation and our success. I want to thank them for their future support, or at least I'm praying for their future support on an ongoing basis. You know, this is a big day for our club. You probably have sat there, many of us, I think almost 90% of us are new to Rotary, and you've heard from this very podium conversations about the old club. Well, what you may not know is that every Rotary club begins with some support from a, quote, old club of some kind, or nearly every one. And there's this period of chartership that we go through where we're kind of weaning ourselves from the old club. Today, this is our club. It's not an old club, it's not a new club, it's our club. It's your club, and it's my club. And my goal is to help you make this club what you want it to be, to do the kind of service to our community that we can, to demonstrate that service above self. And we have this blessing of Rotary that has the kinds of values and the kinds of traditions that help us have that huge impact that we can have. I want every one of you to be sitting someday with your grandchildren on your knee, like my grandkids will be on my knee, and tell them that you were part of the downtown Houston Rotary Club when it became our club, when it began to have a really huge impact on the city of Houston and the surrounding community. It is my honor to serve you in the capacity, and I do mean serve you, to help us, you and I, get where we want to be. Now, we wouldn't be where we were, and you know, you can't say thanks enough in a volunteer organization. We wouldn't be where we were to where we are today without the efforts of the charter board members and the charter officers. But I think all of us as board members and officers would agree that we wouldn't be anywhere near where we are without the direction and leadership of one individual. And so I want to express my personal appreciation and the appreciation of this club through me to Rick Slaymaker. Rick, would you come up here for a minute? Woo! The first thing that I want to award to Rick is something that very, very few people ever get. Matter of fact, he'll be the only one that ever gets this in this organization. And it is a pin, along with a plaque, that says he is the founding charter president. No one else will ever be a founding charter president. There's probably fewer than 100 of those in the world right now, still living at least. And you are still living at least here with us, which is a good thing. So here's your pin. I don't know if I should pin you or you should. And here's your founding charter president plaque. So thank you so much. And Steve, we have for you a Rotary gavel plaque. There you go. You may want to keep this and take it home with you. But now, Rick, I'm sure that you're never had a lack for words. Do you want to say a few words to everybody? You know, Rick, we have a timetable now. Well, let's get started. There you go.
Scott Rainey put it so well. The greatest honor for me in this club is to serve you, as Larry said. And this has just been a fantastic honor. As we said, we can go back 100 years. We can go back to the first days when Scott was on our back telling us we better do this thing right, challenging us. But the first thing I do before I want to say the last verse is I want to formally present the president's gavel to our new president, Larry Smith. Congratulations, buddy. I want to thank you all for choosing me to be your founding president, to lead this great and historic downtown Rotary Club of Houston. And the support of our mentors, obviously, which is Dr. Nick, couldn't have been done without him, and all the officers, committee chairs, etc. If you're a committee chair and officer, please stand up. I want to say something to you. It's not often that a club like ours gets the power of the support from people like Loren Westerfield, the USO director, from David Hale, Billy Bray, and who has his own insurance company since we started. So here, congratulations to you. Jay Como, the same way. The significant progress you've made. Taylor, with your magazine, you've just blown it out. You're the #1 real estate magazine in our area, so congratulations to you. Cheryl Seidner for being the top producer in cars for the D&M Auto Leasing, excuse me. You've just been a good friend, all of you, and all of the club members. So I just want to thank you. I'm really not going to do this. This is, for me, I want to mimic what Tim Miller said. This is bittersweet. One of the members said, aren't aren't you glad you're no longer president? I said, I love this. I love this. And Larry said, you better not go away. So I'm going to be here supporting this man. We're just so blessed to have Larry. And I just want to thank you all. I've got some little gifts for you that I'm going to give out to the others that I want, like Graham Painter and some of the others. But I just want to again thank you. Thank you for making it a wonderful 2 years. Thank you, Scott, for sticking with us, and the other governors, especially Dr. Nick. And I want to have Nick come up here real quick. This is it's rare air where we get a club to sponsor us, and of course a person like Dick Giannone, past district governor, to be our club sponsor and mentor and advisor, which he's going to agree to stay on as that. So, in appreciation for your sponsorship of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, PDG Nick Giannone, MD. If y'all don't know this is a special pocket knife for our Democrat friends. It's a knife you cut stuff with. So no, I'm just kidding. I love you all. It's good to be past president. Congratulations.
Thanks, Rick. It's okay. All right, so now we're coming to the close of the meeting. I have the honor in just a moment to ring the bell to close the meeting, but before I do, I want to invite you all to maintain social distance. I think grabbing pictures over here, is that where are we doing pictures?
Let's do it against the white wall with the sunlight coming against the white wall.
Okay, right against the wall over here.
Yeah.
So if you want to get your picture taken with Dr. Nick, or with Scott, or with Tim, or with Perry, or with these, or with, I'm sorry, Paul, or with any of these young, good-looking guys over here. I'll stand by the sidelines in case anybody wants gray in their picture. But the young guys will be over there too. So if you want to get a picture taken with any of our dignitaries, maintain social distance, line up over here. And this brings to a conclusion. Yeah. Not yet.
One more thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and pets, normally we try to have things like this for the club presidents. We had a minor bag order issue.
Okay.
So I do have this official Rotary attaché case for you that I want to give to you, but also I have one other special prize here for you.
Okay.
Inside here, I have the official Rotary International President's tie for this year, and I want you to have that tie and wear it with pride during this year's president of your club.
Very nice guy.
So
He would even go with this outfit, I think. So, perfect. Thank you so much. And with that, thank you all for being here. Thank you for braving COVID. We have a great, can you put up the coming agenda, please? We have a great agenda. August 5th is our next meeting. Make sure you get it on your calendar. Got a great fall coming up, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Dan Crenshaw, I think, is August 5th. Yeah, Dan Crenshaw here August 5th. So mark it on your calendar. Hopefully we'll be free of COVID by then, and we can really fill this place up. Thank you.
Come on up here, sweetheart. We got one, I left off one important notice. It's my fault. It was during my term as president, not Larry's. So this is, no.
Hey everybody, I'm Lorraine Westerfield, the director of the USO for the Houston area. And as you can imagine, with COVID-19 changing everyone's plans consistently throughout the world, the USO has had to cancel quite a few of our fundraising events for the year. And so, just like any good military officer, we decided to pivot. And we are going to a walkathon that's going to be happening on September 11th. You can actually walk whenever you want since it's virtual. But Rick has agreed to be our team leader for the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. And I would like, as my club, for you all to participate, to be part of the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston team. And I would like to challenge Mr. Scott Rainey to invite all of our Rotary clubs to be part of this walk to support our active military and military families throughout the Houston area.
Challenge accepted.
See, this is what happens when they give you a microphone. No, thank you so much to Jay and to Larry for supporting our Veterans Committee. It's been an honor to be part of this. And I really thank you all for your consideration of joining our walk and donating to this cause that obviously means a lot to me, but hopefully means a lot to you too. So thank you.
So if the sergeant at arms will get everyone to line up. And on the way, I want to have, I'm going to finally, Blaine, this is for you. Our club creative producer, Blaine Walker, in recognition of outstanding dedication and service to Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. This is an understatement, what you guys have done. Thank you very much. Joy Maddox, special presidential recognition for Joy Maddox's dedication of outstanding service to Downtown Rotary Club of Houston. Thank you, Joy. And that's also for putting that on David Hayes. Jay Como. Jay Thomas Como in recognition of outstanding dedication and service to Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, 2019-2020. Jay. This is the most fun name. Graham Bogart Painter Jr. coming up here.
Not many people know all that.
No, well they do now. So Graham Bogart Painter Jr. Graham, our buddy Graham, in recognition of outstanding dedication and service for the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, 2019-2020. Congratulations, my brother. Thank you. Loren Westerfield, I won't make the run up here. In recognition of outstanding dedication and service to Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, 2019-2020. Loren Westerfield. Cheryl Seidner, come on up here. Obviously, you know, we haven't been able to get the words out for 4 months. So it's just, I told the governor that we're just, shooting it up. Come on up here, Cheryl. This is 2018, 2019, and 2019, 2020, because she assisted both years. Chairman of the St. Nicholas Committee, which is one of our most fun committees, presented to Cheryl Selma Seidner in recognition of outstanding dedication and service to the Downtown Rotary Club of Houston, 2018, 2019, 2020. Congratulations. As Larry said, go north. We had the wall. Blaine, if you and Billy would get people there, straightened over there. We'll get everybody's picture we want. Obviously, we want all the officers and board members and members with our governor, with Tim Miller, with Perry Turner, all of us. Walt, if you want to be in that picture, we'd love to have you too. He's just an Apollo astronaut, whatever. Anyway, so the meeting's over, so let's go.
Fair enough. Thanks so much. I got that on my feet. I appreciate
Just want to send it to you.
I know you're not. Yes. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Pleasure's all mine, sir.